Still got that rough throat. Okay, so now I know I've identified the chord by the note I land on. I've identified the 4 as E. Says it right there. Identify. I had to go over this word because somehow a little water got on it and the pen stopped writing. I had to really underline this word here. Okay, I'm going to use that highlighter. Identify. Identify the chords by notes you land on in the pattern. Remember, you're saying the pattern to yourself. It's a great way to slow down. I'm going to tell you, do not play a note without saying what number it is on the pattern. I can't go anywhere until I say it. 7 root 2. 7 root 2. Oops, messed it up. 7 root 2 root 7 6. 6 6 7 6 6 6 roots. 6 6 5 4. Okay, that's 4. Now it's up to you to figure out if you know that B, somehow you find out that B is the root of this thing. Now you've counted the pattern down. 6 6 5 4. What's the fourth of B? E. So you know that this is E, is the fourth in this song, okay? This wonderful song that he has written. All right, so I'm going to get the drawing tool off and zoom out so we can see these guys over here, way over here. So now we've identified E as the fourth. All right, counting again. So we're 4. Now in the pattern goes. Sometimes you got to play it without, So that's 2 3 4, right? So the 2 here, I could see the 2 is C sharp. So you make a, you know that 2 is going to be C sharp. So root is right here. Root is B, so 2 must be C sharp. All right. Now where's 3? Okay, we're not going to go up yet. Remember, that was over here, going up to 3, because this is underneath it too, right? You know this is underneath it too. I don't want to do this too many times, but I'll do this one more time here just to make sure everybody's on the same sheet of music here. This pattern, the other pattern goes right underneath it. Alright? It's just it won't stretch that far. It won't stretch that far over. Okay. So I can't stretch it that far to get it to match exactly, but believe me, it goes right underneath it. So we're moving right along. We're starting to identify the chord members as we go through the pattern. So it's sorry. And then probably back up to. Okay, so there you go. You went from B, okay, down to the G sharp minor, down to the E. So anyway, this is how to do it. This is how to really become. I mean, if you can do this, believe me, it applies to any song. Once you know once you know how to solo in it, because you got the patterns and you're going to stick to those patterns, right? Now, So where are we there? We're at on the bottom of the pattern, 4, 3, 2. And then we go root, 7, 6. Remember the 4, 3, 2. Whenever you're switching patterns over here, and this is a good point. Whenever you're switching patterns, one to stack on top of the other, notice whole step and half step match up. So when I got to the bottom of that at the 4th, I know underneath that is going to be another whole step, half step. They match up. They're like mirror images. So up here, up top, here's half whole. You going into the next pattern up, the S2L, it's half whole again. Going from that S2L into the S3L again is whole half again. So that's a little trick to help you know where you are. All right, so and then if you want to do on the same string, you got to go a whole step, but it's going to be the same pattern down there, right? So it's half and then half again. All right, I got a little mixed up there, but so we're up here. Alright, that's the end of the S3L, and then same thing. That's top of the S2L, and the bottom of the S2L switches over to half whole, from half whole to whole half, or something like that. It's one or the other. I didn't want this to be a class that sure, we don't want to be limited, so if we stumble onto something that you need to know, I'll let you know. On the same string with these patterns, it's just a whole step in between. There's no half step. On the longer patterns that I have, there's a half step in between each line. But here, so 4 to 5 is a whole step, okay, 6 to 7 is a whole step, okay, 5 to 6 is a whole step, 4 to 5 is a whole step, and 6 to 7 is a whole step. So if you want to continue any of these patterns, and then 2 to 3 right there is a whole step, and you want to continue any of these patterns on the same string, you just do a whole step. So it's now here's whole step. The thing is with patterns, as soon as I get that pattern, I just want to play that thing. I want to play it really fast and do the patterns and not worry about what scale degree I'm on. I just want to do those patterns, right? So the S3L would start on the 3rd. The 3rd would be above the 7th. So here's the 7th. Here's the 3rd should be right above that. There it is. There's leading tone to the B again. Now you got a warp. Again, wants to go crazy with the patterns without knowing which numbers you're on. So when you're trying to figure out a song, let's continue on with what the sheet says. So we got down to here where we played our pattern. Again, it wasn't 6/7R, it's 7R2 on top of the S3L there. Excuse me, I've got this like just annoying runny nose. And you've got the E is the 4 now, and we've identified, so we've got the 4. If you've got the 1 and the 4, you've got the whole song. Okay? If you have any of these, even just the 1, if you know it's the 1 but you know where the pattern is, you've got the whole modal scale. You know, Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian, Locrian, and up to octave with Ionian again.